Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse Mental Sass. And boy, was NXT crazy. And it just gets crazier. We got Kehlani Jordan's massive heel turn. We have the women's division stacked. And we have a ONG moment to end the show heading into Go Rush. So let's get right into it. So we opened this our fatal influence with the newest member, Lainey Reed, versus Tatum Paxley, Izzy Damon, Lola Vice. And bruh, it was aggressive right away. Tatum went after JC and then Lola. Great back and forth. Lola knew to her MMA moves. But out of nowhere, JC Jane hits a big boot, and then Lola gets pretty much beaten up by Fatal Influence. But then out of nowhere, Izzy Dames get tagged in against Lady Reed, and they go one-on-one. Both did really good. But then out of nowhere, chaos breaks out. A brawl, multiple women spots. Lola and Tatum shake hips and do hip bumps. Pretty much pure chaos. But at the end, all women are trying to get the pin for their team, but Izzy accidentally gets bumped into JC. Izzy gets bumped into Tatum, and then JC hits the rolling encore for the win. So we have to see how that all turns out, but a really great opener and just builds up the show even more. Then backstage we had Americano and Josh Briggs. So Americano comes in, he's the speed champion, pretty much saying that the NXT locker room is now his, and him and his goons are looking at everyone's stuff saying that it's trashy, they're gonna fix it up a bit. Josh Briggs didn't like it. Josh Briggs said, "You're facing Jasper Troy next week, but no matter what, I'm here and you can beat him, but I don't think you could beat me." And Americano's his bet. Let's have a match later on. So they have a match later on in the night. And then the women's locker room gets pretty heated because everyone is congratulating Kendall Gray on her title defense last week against Last Legend for the Evolve Women Championship, and saying how Gray is elevating the Evolve Women division and now she's kind of being a part of the NXT locker room. And Kehlani Jordan comes in saying that it's cute, but she has a big announcement, and then she storms off. All the girls look bad. And Kehlani Jordan literally roasts the whole women's division. She said, like, "I've been working my butt off, but as soon as I get a TNA championship, you guys complain. It's not like JC Jane was double champ. It's not like Lola Vice going to Triple A shaking her butt." And she says, "I'm a gymnastic, athletic Olympian," while everyone else is social media girls on TikTok shaking money for coins. And I was just like, damn, Kehlani Jordan read some of these girls like Nikita Lyons, Lash Legend, Lola Vice. Like, she literally killed some of these girls. Like, she roasted them to death. And she says she does not care the way she cheated because she wants to hold the championship with Pristines, but that doesn't mean she can cheat her way out of it. If she needs to, she will. And then backstage, she walks backstage. Everyone gets mad. Ava's like, "What the hell?" And Kalani's like, "Yeah. And also, you didn't tell me about my Gold Rush competitor." And Ava says, "I cannot make the match for you to defend the title because it's TNA. Then Tyra Mae Steeles interferes, and that leads into a match later on in the night. And then we also get the men's division heated up, because we have OTM saying that they're going to squish everyone on their necks because they're sick of this tag team division, and OTM is ready to take over. Chase, you try to interfere, but Anya Trey says no. So even the tag team division is getting heated on the way to Gold Rush. Then we get Josh Briggs versus Americano. Great back and forth. Josh Briggs was beating the hell out of Americano, but Americano does some lucha moves. He does this really cool spinning armbar. Like, Americano was leveling up. The mess got near the end of the match. It got messy. Both men flew near the table. Trivion Heights shows up out of nowhere. Americano goons help him to win the match, while Jasper Troy watches it all unfold. So next week, it's Americano versus Jasper Troy. Most likely, Jasper Troy's taking the title off while he watches all this chaos happen. Then we get Kehlani Jordan versus Tyra Mae Steeles in a really good one-on-one match. It was like gymnast meets Olympian. Good back and forth. Tyra Mae Steeles locked into Kehlani's arms, rolling her around. Did a reverse angle slam that was impressive as hell. But then I don't know where Kehlani was getting into her Badger Club era, beating the hell out of Tyra, pulling her by her arm, and at the end hitting a springboard split moonsault for the win. But then Santino Marella comes up on the big screen and says, you are going to defend your title, but for TNA. So it'd be her, the TNA Knockout Champion, Kehlani Jordan versus Jordan Grace and Laylee Ling. So that's going to be an epic triple threat match for TNA. Then we get round 1 of the speed tournament. So then we have Zoria versus Ren Sinclair. Really good match. Ren hit some really good moves like a Black Widow submission hold, but Zoria entered a new type of mode. She just demolished Ren, and the whole time she was looking at Soul, and Soul's looking at her, but Soul looks scared because Zoria's mad, and I feel like she's gonna let it out on Soul soon. So that team up is gonna break up eventually. Then we got the verbal war of Trick Williams and Ricky Saints, and boy was this crazy. Ricky Saints pops off, calling Trick a weak little ass for attacking him behind and saying that Trick Williams' desperation looks like the best designer brand on you. Because are you even relevant to NXT? Damn. But then Trick claps back with, Ricky, you look like a little kid that ordered the NXT title off of WWE Shop playing wrestler. Well, I'm a wrestler. You're just a little kid playing 2K. And both of them just start getting heated, and out of nowhere, it's a brawl backstage, and I cannot wait for next week's Last Man Standing match. It's gonna go crazy. But those two, they went at it with words, so it just levels up from there. Then we have Javon Evans and Shaquan Sugars in a match. Pretty good match. Shaquan did good, but Javon Evans stole the show. High flying spots all over, and at the end, Javon hits a spinning spiral tap for the win. Great solo debut for Saquon, but what did this mean? Is Evans going to go after the tag titles? Really interesting storyline. And then we have drama backstage. So Soul is talking to Eva about getting her rematch for the North American Women's title. JC Jane wants a rematch for the NXT title. And Eva says no. She will think about it, because she needs to give Adam Pearce the list of names for the John Cena Bell World Tour tournament. So it is already announced that some NXT people will be a part of the tournament, but we have to wait to see. Then pretty much to close the show, we had a killer banger. So we have Ethan Pace and Chelsea Green, the newest AAA tag team mixed champions. And they pretty much come out celebrating, saying that they are the best Canadians, they are the best team of all time. Full diva mode, full energy, and I love how Chelsea Green said triple A. We're the best triple A champions. I love how they both said it like like just those two as a mixed tag team is so good. And they say they don't mind taking on anyone. Go Rush is soon, so come at it. And then Joe Hendry comes out of nowhere saying that I was gonna ask you for a match. And Ethan says, okay, for the North America. He's like, no, the mixed tag. And Chelsea Green said, what partner? He says, Thea. And Thea Hail pops out of the cake, and it's a giant brawl. Thea Hail put it on her best Joe Hendry cosplay, and then they end the show waving to the crowd. Pure chaos, pure joy, just madness. And I loved it. Like, this NXT, I feel like we're in the ruthless aggression era of NXT, if you know what I mean. NXT Black and Gold was old school era. 2.0 was like, I guess, like the 90s era. So this is more like the ruthless aggression era, if you think about it, for NXT. Like, just pure chaos and fun. And I cannot wait. Because next week, we have a lot of stuff in store. We have the Women's Speed Tournament continuing against Fallon Henley and Ray Sky, formerly known as Danny from LFG. So she's making her NXT debut. I cannot wait. And she's the one on LFG Season 2. So she has something to prove. We have the finals of the Men's Speed Tournament, Americano versus Jasper Torrey. And we have a lot of stuff, even the Last Man Standing match, and as well as the John Cena tournament announcements for the NXT bracket. So I cannot wait. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time.